Hey everyone, as promised, today's video is going to be about high-end products that I think are worth buying. And when I mean high-end, I mean something you cannot pick up at the drugstore. I'm just looking over my list. Yes, no. All of these are department store brands, and I have to be fair and start up by saying I don't actually own a lot of high-end brands. So this isn't coming with all the advice of, hey, I've tried all this stuff, and these are the ones that stunk and not worth buying. These are just the ones that I've done my research. I've read the reviews on Makeup Alley. I've tried the drugstore versions, or I've looked and there just aren't any drugstore versions. So these are the ones that I've bought or I've repurchased or intend to repurchase, and I just think that these are worth getting. I will start off also, no, I guess I'm not starting off. I've already started. Another thing I want to add is I want to talk briefly about eyeshadows. For a really, really long time, the problem with drugstore brands, or anything you could pick up at the grocery store or the supermarket, were that if you wanted a matte shade, you just couldn't find it. Nobody made matte. I mean, they had some beautiful colors in, frosts and shimmers and metallics. But if you wanted a nice matte shade, really, the department store brands, especially MAC, were really the only places you could go to find them. And what I've loved in the last year or so is really so many of the makeup brands have come out with their version of matte. You know, I can get what I consider a more expensive drugstore brand is the Sonia Kashuk brand at Target. Her matte colors are beautiful, but even Revlon has a whole line of matte. L'Oreal has a whole line of matte. So really, I find that there aren't a lot of eyeshadow shades that I can't find either by Coastal Scents or somewhere in the drugstore. So I'm not a fan of most. No, I'm a fan of, but I feel like I can easily duplicate almost anything I want from the high-end brands with a drugstore. But there's one color that I have had a hard time finding, and so I'll lead with this. It is Stila's Kitten, and I have it in this little refillable compact. It comes, when you buy it at Ulta anyway, it comes in the little pan, and I am not going to pop it out, but you buy this compact, I think it's $2 to pop it in. And I'm going to go on a limb and say this was about $18 in the $20 range. And just hold on 1 minute. I'm going to go. Sorry, I'm back. Can I just have a brief rant for a moment? If one more frickin' election person candidate calls my house, well, nothing. I'm not going to do anything. But it is so frustrating. Stop. Do they really think that their phone call is going to be the critical thing that makes me decide to vote for their candidate? I mean, really. This is not how I decide on whom I want to vote for. In fact, if you call my house, chances are good I won't vote for you at all. Okay, that's just the fun of living in the United States in November. Late October and November. Anyway, back to Stila's Kitten. Okay, this is a shade, it's a soft pink, but it has a lot of shimmer. And if you want to highlight that inner corner, there's very few shades out there that I could not find anything that was quite the same. Can you see that? It's quite the same consistency. It blends well. You can really pack it on, which I'm going to do right now. It's a beautiful shade, and I've tried a lot of dupes, and frankly, nothing works as well as the original. So this is worth it. It's a very large pot. Like I said, I think it was around $20, maybe just a tad under, or maybe somewhere in the $18 to $22 range. This is going to last me forever. I will never need to buy another one of these. This is not something you smear all over your lid. You use this sparingly, or you will look like a glitter ball. So, okay, with my luck, that's some candidate knocking on my door. We're just going to ignore that. That was yesterday. Okay, next is sticking with the eye thing. I've talked about this before. I use this every day. It's in all of my videos, is the MAC Paint Pot. And this is in soft ochre, and mine is getting towards the bottom. I don't know if I'll angle it a little. I don't know if you can see, but I just dip my ring finger in a little bit. It's still very creamy, and you can't really see it because it is my skin color, which is what it's supposed to be. And I use this as a primer every single day, and no matter what I put on, whether it's the cheapest $1 eyeshadow or $20 Stila, my makeup doesn't budge. Like, I can put it on 6:30 in the morning, 11 o'clock at night, it will still look like this. So this is definitely worth the money. I haven't bought a paint pot in a very, very long time. I think this is around $16, and since this has lasted me at least 2 years, I'd say it's worth the money. And I've tried L'Oreal Decrease, I've tried concealer, I've tried Urban Decay Primer Potion, which I'll probably start using again because it's coming in my Naked palette that should be here any day. But I do really, really, really love this. I've tried the e.l.f. primer. I've tried a lot of primers. This just does it for me. It makes my makeup stay put and it evens out the skin tone on my lids. So, worth the money. And then sticking with the eye thing a little bit more. This isn't what I call high-end. It's actually a dupe of a high-end, but it's still more than what you would pick up at the grocery store. So everybody loves MAC brushes. They're supposed to be wonderful. I actually don't have any MAC brushes. I have a few Trish McAvoy brushes, and they are fabulous. Those are the very first brushes I ever bought when I was in grad school, so in my early 20s. And then this whole Sigma Beauty thing came on, and I jumped on the bandwagon and got us the set of the eye brushes. I will say, barring a few exceptions like the Sonia Kashuk crease brush and the e.l.f. crease brush, these babies are worth it. This is the version of, I like their old numbering system. I'm sure they stopped because MAC probably got mad at them and made them change their system, but this is the dupe for the MAC 224, and I have 2 of these, and I use them constantly. I use them for blending, I use them sometimes for concealer. If you're only going to buy one brush from Sigma, this is the brush. And I couldn't tell you what they run for individually, but this is a good deal. And this is better. I mean, I think Coastal Scents are great too. Again, still a little bit more than you'd pay for your Essence of Beauty brushes, Studio something brushes that you can get at Walmart. So if you're looking for a good investment on brushes, Sigma, good deal. Okay, moving along. I've talked about these 2 products a lot also. These are all products I use all the time. Nothing should come as a great shocker to you, except maybe the last one. My Inglot, you'd think I know what it's called by now. My Inglot Corrective Illuminator and my Inglot Concealer. These are fabulous. I have a lot of concealer sitting in my drawer ranging from CoverGirl, MAC, Smashbox, Revlon, Maybelline. I mean, I have a lot of concealers, and this liquid concealer goes on like a dream. It stays put. It dries to a nice kind of creamy finish, and I will almost definitely be repurchasing this. And then this, I am sad to say, I finally ran out. It's the Corrective Illuminator, and it comes in this little brush, and there's nothing left. I mean, it's nothing. I'm just holding it so that I can remember what the number is, because I did email Inglot Corporate, and they emailed me back with a number to call their New York store. They have a store in Times Square. And if you call there and you know what you want, you can give them your credit card number and they will ship you whatever you want. So I will be very soon repurchasing this because my makeup, to me, just my eyes don't look right without it. And I have tried a couple samples of some other corrective illuminators. Either they're way more expensive, this was in the $20-something range, or they're just too thick and goopy. And I love this consistency, and it's versatile. I use it under my eyes, I use it to highlight my nose, my Cupid's bow. Love it. And so this is definitely a higher end brand that's worth it. With one caveat, I will say I haven't tried the new Milani HD concealer, and that might be a good replacement while I'm waiting for this to come. So I might try that this month, give it a little bit, and then see if I'd rather have this. Okay, real quickly, foundation-wise, I love Estee Lauder Double Wear. Enough said. There's not a better one out there. It goes on very thin. It may cover heavily if you want it to, but it does not go on goopy. So if that's your excuse for not wearing foundation, give this a shot. And then perfume-wise, I love my Flower Bomb. I love it, and I love that it looks like a hand grenade. It's pretty cool. But this is very expensive and well worth every penny. And I have bought, I don't know, 5 or 6 bottles of this stuff. Okay, my last favorite thing, or thing that high-end brands do better than department store, I will go on record by saying high-end brands do nude better. They do nude lips better. This is Gosh Darling, which you can't get in the States, but for my international viewers, they'll be happy I'm highlighting something you can get where you live. It's everywhere in the UK and I think in Europe, but you cannot get Gosh in the US. I know you can get it in Canada because that's where I got this. They just do nude better. I don't know what it is, if it's something about the pigments, but the other one that I forgot to grab is MAC Myth. MAC Myth you can get here. If you like a nude lip, I don't care what anybody says, Revlon, Maybelline just don't, they do well, but they don't do as well as Gosh or MAC or any of the other pretty, or Tom Ford, which I've never tried, but frankly, if I could justify $50 on a lipstick, I'd be right there buying it. There it is. I don't know if you can see it. They just do nude better. That's all I have to say. The finish is better, the shine is better, the pigmentation is better. So that's it in a nutshell. My expensive or higher end brands that I feel are completely justified in buying. So if you need to, you know, show this to your significant other before you go shopping as ammunition as to why you have to have it. Oh, I did forget one more thing. I'm sorry. I hope I haven't gone over my time limit, but Hoola by Benefit, as you can see, totally use that sucker up. There's not a better bronzer out there. I love the e.l.f. bronzer, but there's a little shimmer, and if you're looking for the perfect matte bronzer to just give a little color to your face or contour with, nothing better. And as the palest person on the face of the earth, I know my bronzers. Okay, so that concludes my justification for why I bought all this stuff. Of course, I still love my drugstore brands, but sometimes it's just worth it to head out to the mall and pick up a few goodies. So I hope I gave you guys some ideas if you need some help on your next shopping trip. And I hope everyone had a healthy, happy, safe, fun Halloween. And now you're getting ready for a big Thanksgiving for those of you in the U.S. And I will film tomorrow, I think it's tomorrow, or Wednesday morning to announce the winner of my 2,000 plus viewers, subscribers contest. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.